Boyam.
Is it a back-to-back? It's a back-to-back, eh? Hey, Ekosiise, I see. Let's appreciate them. It's a back-to-back win for them. Congratulations to you. You are the radio program of the year 2024. Congratulations to you, Ekosiise.
Ekosiise on Asempa FM 94.7.
The winner, radio program of the year 2018, I beg your pardon. Asempa FM's Ekosiise. Ladies and gentlemen.
Let's now do the 27th award for the night's radio program of the year 2020. The sponsor is the Ghana Journalists Association. Let's welcome the presenter of the award, none other, yours and mine, Mr. Athel Moni, the national president of the GJA. Please, a round of applause. The winner goes home with a memento, citation, and certificate. Ladies and gentlemen, the radio program of the year 2020 goes to Asempa FM Ekosiise. Well, the host, I don't know who he has not interviewed yet. Congratulations to all of you, the entire team at Asempa FM's Ekosiise. Congratulations to you for emerging the radio program of the year 2020. Let's do the radio program of the year 2023. The sponsor of this award is the Ghana Journalists Association, GJA. What radio program do you listen to? Is it the radio program of the year 2023? Ekosiise Asempa FM.
Ekosiise, Asempa FM.
And that's the radio program of the year 2023, Ekosiise Asempa FM.
Asempa FM, Ekosiise, Asunyinetie, sa platform media. Se unyana betna subia na Fabibroni bese, it's a privilege and an honor. Na yamu be so part of the reception of this particular platform. And we thank you for maintaining that credibility when it comes to delivery of more program.
Well, I know that Asempa has gained a lot of experience. Asempa is one of the, not the forerunners, but in terms of coverage and listenership, you stand tall. The new FM stations that are coming into the arena are not calling on you to exit, them to survive. Is that what is happening? No. They are learning from you. They are learning under your feet. They are also trying as much as possible to find space. And, there's enough in the world for everybody. There's enough in the world for everybody. And so I think that those who are coming up, we definitely will encourage the injection of new blood. But you cannot also totally do away with the experience.
It's always a pleasure coming to Asempa where the truth is spoken.
I mean, that's not me for Kunya also in chair a tifonina or muti Ekosiise Jumedino. Na but almost was because Asempa Asempa so FAT4 and me did yourself a Ghana Fanina will be a radio eda. I would see none Juma Pamaye, but I bet Premise Amrinti. Member Sama Munio, Juma from Pennyfonina.
I listen to Ekosiise. For Ekosiise, I don't miss it. I think this year I've missed Ekosiise more than 4 or 5 times. I listen to Ekosiise every Tuesday. When I sit in my car, my driver doesn't tune to anything apart from 94.7 Ekosiise. I'm a keen listener to Ekosiise. and I listen to all the discussions, who is winning, who is losing, whatever. I listen to it every time. That is how come I understand current issues, because they are the most current radio station that discusses current things. That's why I love it. There are other stations, but I'm Ekosiisen. I don't know why they haven't given me an award, because I am one person who listens to them, but they don't know me. Faithful listener. Sometimes when I'm listening to discussions on Ekosiisen, I'm a keen listener to Ekosiisen. Every 2 o'clock I'm on it. I'm listening to they are the current issues on the. And I want to thank God for Asempa FM 94.7, Osebonsu, Obi, and Omanhene, Kwabena, Asante. These 2 people played the tape the whole week. I'm a very keen listener to 94.7, and I listen to them every day. 2 o'clock I'm on it, because they bring issues out. They help our God and our country, and they also deal with current issues bothering our country, and they put their lives on the line and talk about sensitive issues. Give it up for 94.7 for the work they do, plus other stations, but this is my station, and I listen to them every time. And I want to congratulate Osebonsu and Kwabena Asante for the work they're doing for God and country. Hallelujah.
Samia, MPP, there's too much talking in the public. Kasana dos. So no, and then no na Ghana for a petio. Ghana for or tuaba ana abambia or pabanya or pe obia or pe solve the day-to-day problems. You did there, politicians they did there, no. And impress Ghana for sao. Did they know? In fact, a year was sorry anopa. I feel no okopenu kokobiano. No politicians yet to radio so na ko and it doesn't solve the problem. And man headache cry. And ye as politicians, I was say say your human say you did solutions Ghana for in their day-to-day problem. A lot of times, journalists be invited me na yeko confrontational issue. Now, say, look, so reframe me, and I will say, we're doing youth unemployment and say, me no bekasa. Na say we akoti we na we akokawe sagrono mimi ni sagrono. The Ghanaian public wants to hear from politicians how we are going to deal with their issues and solve their problems. Enti koka no respectfully MYA. So mini aketo abronye General Secretary one respond angebere. One respond no far phone for General Secretary say me hu on social media sokra meba. No one respond in the public. Can I
say the party is not in normal times? You admit to that?
I admit to that, but we do not have to accept this low norm. And we say you sue you buy any need be raising level. So no. And to the bit they call from one. Not sebe abronya unsa time. We say no, this is not right. Off a phone. Just go there. When now they adhere to social media. Why ye? Now so me few sir. Me catch us say date. Me no agree date me ba. Now we let it now me da public. We response now me da public. And the Asempa
maybe one person will admit it that.
So they should pipe down. They should relax. This government is a government of all.
NDC government.
President Mahama is so tolerant that it offends some of us. He's our father. He is too tolerant and it offends some of us. I am not tolerant. His tolerance is, he's not something that his children, all of us, we like. But that is the man of the moment. He's our father. He's the first gentleman of the land. They should not take advantage of that. MPP is as guilty as evil. They should relax and face the consequences of their actions. They are running too much. Of Anua and Krofua, yeti kumuha. Ufaha scandal. Even today, in their own context, they are telling you some of the scandals that you don't know about. MPP primaries, and you are defending them. You say that we are persecuting them.
Okay, so that's the letter the minority lecturer by Bia Mekinka said Jinahoyin because he talks about the incident of Parliament House during the Save the Judiciary demonstration. I write to strongly condemn the reprehensible and disgraceful act of violence perpetrated against me by a uniformed police officer, Constable Forson, at the entrance of Parliament House during today's peaceful and highly successful Save the Judiciary demonstration. So that's what you get where he's coming from. And if you jump into conclusions, you say, "Onoa kotata posinia," you are getting it wrong.
First of all, we believe that he has assaulted a police officer. That belief alone, that public concern alone,
that your belief does not make it a reality. It doesn't make it factual because two sides are nekas.
But you believe what the MPP is saying.
And I'm saying the two sides nekas. Why are you jumping to the aid of the other?
Which two sides?
But the police service have even accepted, say they are investigating this matter.
Of course. Have they?
But why are you jumping?
How will you investigate a matter when the suspect is not there? You don't have a suspect.
But when you so many afenya din komo, I don't mean din komo. When so many police
adwuma say we boni a e utifie ni afrefo so na ye ni we din komo na etwa so. Na nanse ne ya ye de wa court. Is that the process?
I don't get you.
Is that the Ghana you want to be?
And how police adwuma den?
No, I'm just asking you. Is that the process? Is that what Act 30 says? Who read that?
Anti police for the fair one.
You haven't read.
Anti police for fair one anka yabebo wa manese. Police for fair anka yabebo wa manese. Mustafa Bandi afre.
Are you not familiar with Act 30?
That's not my issue. My issue is that police for fair afrenwa.
Yeah.
They should come and report to you that we've called afrenwa. Is that the case?
So when they arrest Azoka, they should come and report to you that they have arrested.
But that's why I ask questions.
Yeah, but that's why I'm asking you questions about Apenyo Markins, and I'm saying that if the police arrest Chama Azoka, they should come and report to MPP headquarters, or they should send a delegation to Nanabi in his office to tell him, Chairman, we have arrested the MPP vice chairman. All correct, sir. Is that what you're saying? The same standard. Where do you stand, Offer? The same. You are saying, sir, do I know whether Apenyo Markins was in touch with the police? Do you know whether Chama Azoka was in touch with the police? They are all heavyweights, minority leader, MP, Vibrant, Chama Azoka, NDC National Vice Chairman, Vibrant. Which of them's issues should we brush aside?
On this DSTV saga, which I know say then count topics are the buy and home, but me did say he say or said Ghana full nehu say a buy we on my penny to Muhammad Dano, the minister were appointing say or communications so only Ghana full in the year, only in the year saying the minister gave us a very strict promise. Near minister a kaya and the you need different yeah. Okay, say he was talking about price. Say, I was wrong to go Magana for now. Okay, Ekosiisen so say DSTV 4 and a multi-choice for Tina obey revoke license. He said that, and he even specifically said, say, obey pray ama eka a boamode a charge and a swat here, but not less than 30%. That was a very good promise. I'm Ghana for Ubia anybody in Nimbix, as I say, Minister and Akasa. forgive the minister.
Ejumano.
One mouth.
No, me. There's not like more. Be any more towards them in Casa de Oya Mamma. Well, on my more, only on my mono. On my more said, the other bay, the other Siciano, just a promotional package. I multi transfer Omuyo Mojuma as a multinational company on my year over time across the countries. The minister is saying that for the first time in the history of this, this is the first time I hear be saying when the guys say their pen. As a matter of fact, this is not the promise you gave us. So, gun of war, place will come, me catch the minister and paying in plain words. And you plane for full plane. Say, your promise say, or catch a gun of war, say, obey my and you're not the abano. And a bill, say, package now, or my, or so, enhanced package. Any benefit I bring from the services I'm provided, and yet no promise on the mind. And you know, what my promise is saying now, we will be saying, then what is more, the Ekosiisen, you know, me no meaning any more, we senior journalist or Ghana, we media consultant, the Bank of Ubri, wouldn't say, Omanhene, any media to that. Munna media people, Munim, if he say, I buying any maybe I make you make a CBA more promotions. Nagana and Colana Becatcher over my package. Wow, it and when you say the same to you get more. And now, Coco, you say you go and watch football there. And they say, what are you talking about? I mean, you don't do this. I mean, see, the minister no add.
What do you want the minister?
He add by even taking a functional and new question or exercising. Or as I say, albeit he is the supervising minister, but there was a action.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7.
No, why outdated? I just have for a diachisun.
We
are transforming Ghana, changing lives and transforming Ghana.
Changing lives
and transforming Ghana. Yeah, advancing. Omanhene Asante. Ye koye nim papa bi omanpanyi kwa
Kwabena Asante. Omanhene Asante. Omanhene Asante. What can I say? What carry I want?
Yes. Omanhene Asante.
Omanhene Asante. Omanhene Asante. Omanhene Asante. What can I say? What carry I want?
13th of October, okay, so Dominic Yate, okay, Yate, me in Toronto, do we have a room? Mate, Domenti Momo Fanako, Adia Meka, Krama Menka. Inti, Lawyer Jebeka Sechi, you the 13th day of October 2025, you're the trader in Ponacopanasi, or the Nenswache or Quanstrom, because I Asempa 94.7, Ekosiisen, Jumedieno, and Ugusua Ubeti, na Wakosonso Ashe. Let me say, we are proud and super proud of our black stars. Yebeka wansemi yipa ewa hanuse. But for now, Ekosiisen Jumedieno na yesha siya nesa lots happening and bribia da mekase sa adia china se wanti asemfu frere adia nyanchi. I don't know. May the Omanhene Kwabena Asante. On behalf of the great team, production team and technical team, mekase bemwa Kwaba memwa hanso ba 94.7 Ekosiisen Jumedieno. And anyway, and Komodo Dona Kasa Ewo Honum na Mamenka say and Komo Kese Bako Pa immediately and Komo Ayebebo with the sector minister health Yapo Mudin Swafo and Ne Away and Komo Srum Kokora Ana Yebejibre na Yenono Ediwa. It may be a na wadrin chebu okosa mbi pesobusa honorable minister Yeru Kwabena minta akando nimnyamfo asa kwanya no troko sinentem na fabra ye page ho na fe eti ebre no so a yetimi agebre ede akenkan ma ho na masaka onso se a contractor for my Ghana munso ohwa ene de ye kasei Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry one so the crate bia ba mebe gebre na makenkan ni na ede amount enso hwa so na no dakete krache yanti Asempa se enipa mako edunum ohwe Ghana Maritime one release on the buyer on just nipa mako edunum no out of enipa mako edunum no enkwada free mienu ekopim eye if you do back no na edosu ewum. I'll be reading all these releases to you now if you are kwan ebe faso a san komo aye kono back and forth all the time no yetime hwe na esia no kwan especially yebuta edenchi na efa inuanum yadehye ni bi ema wonetimi hwere won enkwa de ema ne baso no we'll be having that conversation. But just like I told you, on behalf of that great team led by Dominic Kisiyeboa, ably supported by Lawyer Jackson, Dr. Chung, Ben Gazi, Anna Abenapoku Ahwenie, Ekuyaboachua Iadom, and still the birthday boy, Philip Osebunsu, on their behalf, Omanhene Kwabena Asante, and Ambijumediwe Eddie Ebro. So from now to 6:30, it continues to be that collective responsibility. Say you know ebe my Ghana ho, Bribi Adameka enkodru mpempenswa ebedu mai yina ensi ye fa entuma pa ana ede efria achia enso Bribi Adameka o se enya ade a ebukra na masaka o se baby a wo hwe free bia no Mr. Robert Chirowonsem go na mentimi acknowledge you. We are so proud of you because Bribi Adam ade ba kwa me bon kaye ne say but for also upia yen any nyumekua mebe broso ona so yase no it will be very difficult for us to get to where we want to get to in terms of awards, in terms of positive impact, in terms of information, in terms of education, and in terms of entertainment. We continue to say thank you. Na also de wajumedi awudino ode abekanye hono so no we are so proud of you. De kanyina ne say yedase asidan kwa Ekosiise me ka say is proudly brought to you by Tontina 74 Royal Kingdom Estate, Provident Insurance, Africa Queen Mackerel, EcoBank Ghana, Blue Star Lotto, Syntex Tank, Powerjet Batteries, Franco Trading Enterprise, Millennium Insurance, Anafe, Tabia Herbal. Felisco San Ghana Limited, we save your cargo, we save your life. One also say, El Quanstrom, because say, Yemfa Eye San Komowe Emfa Emro. Makacho, a special guest and Sana Beja Fuatrasi, Kwabena Minta Akando, Health Minister, Member of Parliament for Dwaboso Impesuaso. And anyway, that's the interaction we are going to have here. Majority also why Crado. Fatao Abubakar say I'm fat man from Tema. I said that's all free Tema. Oh my please, I'm watching you live from Dompa Lake. Okay, Dompa. You don't pass here. Lake Bosomtre. I say our roads are very, very bad. Right now, you can't drive from Bekwai. Okay, to Diase. Okay, so that's it from Kwajo Lumba. And Frank Kwame Jemfi said, watching you live from Odotobiri constituency. And also was him Hiampe Nika constituency, Odotobiri Asemna. Okay, Isaac Kanane from Germany, Berlin. Thank you so much. Raymond Techian Sase watching you live from Leeds in the United Kingdom. Sansuna Rahel Omanhene Mahama told Ghanaians he is going to cancel S Gracia. Okay, so that's what you want to know, Rahel. Kokofu Kwajolumba say greetings to my uncle Kokofu Jasehine and all the Jasehine family. And this one says the next Krema Boate Ablikuma Central. I'll say a very special birthday to my good brother Nana Hesse Ojiri. Wow. Nana Hesse Ojiri. Happy birthday. Nana Mponsa Bedi Akose from Tema. Omanhene, I'm watching you. Rahel say Italy, Brescia. Also say Oshe Efri Honum. And Nana Kuya Moabuatin from Ablikuma Central. Also a special birthday to my good brother Nana Hesse Ojiri. Do have a blissful day. So Nana, I'm not guilty. This one there, a bit and Eric Odro say watching you from Kosovo. Eric Odro da CP. Zeli Ibrahim say Ekosiise is airborne and live ewo sunyane. Nana Boatie Dase, you are watching us from Germany. We thank you so much and we appreciate you so much. Iti baby I'll share free piano. Jebrina Fabre, we are so ready to acknowledge and to thank you. Dakwa Ameya say enjoying the show live from New York City. Hi to my family. Omo Adroba. So that's it, Adroba. And Dakwa Ameya enjoying the live show from New York City. Raina, I would say Lam Tekin Rashid in Tema, Gulf City, Omanhene, in the words of Obi, Oye brutal. So I'll come back near Bedi San come over in my acknowledge you. So, but this release is from the Ghana Chamber of Construction, and is to Honorable Kwame Govins Abuja, Minister for Roads and Highways, Ministry of Roads and Highways, Accra. And I read, Dear Honorable Minister, request for urgent payment of outstanding interim payment certificates, IPCs, as promised by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So going through it, if we are near, say, your contractor for Bibajibrene Yakasane, Benjamin Minister or the Nchilimuaba. We write regarding the above subject, the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry wishes to commend government for the bold and transformative vision of the Big Push agenda, which has been publicly acknowledged as a key driver of Ghana's infrastructure transformation as stated in the 2025 budget statement and economic policy. We particularly recognize the innovative prompt payment package attached to the agenda, intended to eliminate interest liabilities from delayed payments and improve liquidity within the construction value chain. However, we respectfully bring to your attention the urgent concern of our member contractors, consultants, suppliers, and related stakeholders who continue to face significant financial distress due to delayed settlement of interim payment certificates, despite His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama's assurance that outstanding payments will be effected before the end of July 2025. To date, these commitments remain unmet. The prolonged delay in effecting payments is inflicting severe financial hardships across the construction ecosystem. Contractors are unable to meet payroll and operational costs. Consultants and suppliers face mounting arrears, and the sector is increasingly burdened with legal threats and enforcement actions from statutory institutions such as SNIT and the GRA over unpaid deductions and taxes. These pressures not only undermine confidence in government's payment credibility, but also risk halting critical infrastructure works nationwide. In light of these pressing circumstances, we respectfully request the government, 1, immediately release payments for all outstanding IPCs in fulfillment of the President's promise and to protect the integrity of the Big Push agenda. 2, establish a transparent and time-bound payment schedule for the future IPCs to assure contractors and financiers of predictability in cash flow and associated payment plan. 3, engage the GHCCI and relevant stakeholders in monitoring the disbursement process to build accountability and restore confidence in the payment ecosystem. The Honorable Minister, the Chamber strongly believes that prompt action in this regard will safeguard thousands of jobs, sustain ongoing infrastructure works, and uphold the trust between government and private sector actors driving the nation's development agenda. We trust that government will treat this matter with the urgency it deserves to safeguard the livelihoods of thousands of workers and sustain the momentum of Ghana's infrastructure development. Please accept the assurances of our highest consideration. And it's yours faithfully signed, Emmanuel A. Sherry, Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry. He's copied the Vice President, the Chief of Staff, Honorable Minister of Finance, Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, and the Chairman of Council of State. Inti se Obonotofa Ajumeku a Efromu Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry. One under the one hiasem akoto eye minister eye road enim se epuani yenim se baby anwe nemu ye de komu de ebu kese pa enti yesere wadaroma enemanim ye se wanhwe na wantimi ama na wantie sufre se sufre no so gina Ghana mampanyin bosha ohye ye se hoebe se July be kona wiye de na contractor fo ahodo ne wonwuma waye ene eka ewom no de na yetuafa ana kasipa nyina no na ye de amomo wona hwe ni ma bepem sa abre July be twam sika bia ma se koba ne sa na e de ahokire sonko betu wona woni wondi dwa eno so one suppliers one contractors abanyi makubiti se GRA NSNet afi ohwe pa so a ade ba kwa edi omunya pa ye court nsema de bia da ye de brabra wonu susa ene court ade chi court ene court ade chi court enti eyade a won gidiem no wonu sun esre se mampanyi through your sector minister baby edunu de se wamem na wambeboa enya dia ebeboa kase panti yesre Ghana mampanyi se sector minister omwa eye ya contractor foi na wonu dwumedi a woni dibia no wonu hwe se ebetimi akototin ede amaim same time Ghana Maritime so ede krata ababontin sa krata na ababontin na no fa nano for the report no ana akwa bi se esi ne memenda ana ne kwasi ada no Ghana Maritime so ede release biaba but enya attention page 15 or daily graphic mu ma making kaka krabi from then I'll come to a year omu release na me eka ho asem no graphic ede aba chirem se adia esi we voter election no born out of any pebinima one adrene say one enche life jacket if you say asumesi ahye obenti ahye into ono hu de ntia say ohyesa jacket no eno so ka ho we so specifically one fa enipa emane broso enipa dodo a esese one fa boot no one fa emane broso ti kwantimfi ana ekobutugu ya yadehye yahwe yadehye dodo na ewo eyesa enkwanhye but the question say how do we go about this, because it's not the first and it's not the last. In fact, for the past 3 years no these matters of eyebuta edania butuno and wasem no ayebebre ewo eye oman Ghana mu enti yebekwa oman so edika akodi nkomo na ba komo na meka se contractor from komo chum mami contractor from komo na se cratchy from komo no MC na wo so na yankona ene MC nkodi yen komo enwie na ewie san komo na. Then we are back with the release from the Ghana Maritime Authority. Cratchy West and East. Mercy Cratchy, Marchi and Paye. But Otimenka. Otimenka.
Amen.
Prosper K. Ado Cratchy West MC. Maha, who are there?
But me who ya Omanhene.
O ya danyamia se pass wajibre wie se oni ye be bon komo. Before I may go through Ghana Maritime for one press release on media about wadarma say about your attention and kwanshe bi esi voter lake niso. Wadarma edien fonyini na ye twa kire and I say why you've been at the site, at the scene rather, sorry.
At the scene me ankasa me ko film the Sophia na me no kwani so me ko ho. It was when the incident happened. No, I say say and going for high information until probably when you people started interviewing us and I said the nitty-gritties of the conversation as an AP.
I see. Enti kakrana abeto wanim no edi import no mse asu osabia ho.
Well, my name is Asante, I mean PFO. I am a man of memory. I'm married by and a Navy officer. A friend is or to think at the most I'm standing at the back. And also, if I almost could be able to, I will post more so. And it's okay. The son had said that, and there was all Bob and a ranting. Nani Manu are almost one among Kobabia, who do an abutuno. Now, Mongo has to meet me up Naya you for now, more family. We gave them fuel and everything, and then they left. The Omoko and Omo and Siona Nova Dia, Omo the fat boot at the Akoba Dia 7. They got there around 7 and you remove. What them is there, Babishia, a Mummy and Siena Nova, and Kofuni be at the Omapa. Say, Omo Kofona Oma Kamu, but only the Bimoko Rara. And I almost you also about that in the and almost I think almost they were better to now almost say in Kayanaka, we have already dispatched them almost the call power. Now it's okay. And almost over the back and I'm after the police commander and all the detailed investigators and no more. He also mobile the and not say it's maybe what is not more project. And yeah,
I see.
Sunday none of and Menen was there's the need for them to actually go to the sport in social media. Now, of course, the child area. If and briefly say, Omako do well, but as a number one year can no more 3 months only 15. And what that woman only 11. And I'm paying for woman.
Enipa na omo free mu no omo ye 15. Okay. Ana enkwada na ewo mu no 11. Ish.
Ena mpenipo no 4. Nti numbers no ye no challenge one is that the people now only involved you be a paper yes yeah person be no be a master if you they are not part of journey common away no more information we are now more information information now for PCPC together to get what actually transferred. And so and summer here.
Okay, now Diana omo chire say the reason for sa incident this year no.
That is the root cause of the accident in India. ɛyɛ nneɛma mbisa baako ɛyɛ overload kodoɔ n'ankasa nipa ɛwɔ sɛ kodoɔ no ti nifa no at most should be 8, but in this nipa wɔ 4, which is 3 times that. That's the first one. The second one is Kinubu. Into even though they have overloaded them, almost the same you and what could do. I am just giving you what they briefed me. The almost the same you know, I didn't know what the same you know, and I just feel what I know sense you know, and I go. So and why not fact that he could no more because then there was almost this sense
yeah.
The good one at the end you ever. In the war done I say Baba na you know and because overload and I only
unfortunately, I'm saying there are breaks in your conversation. Wahumani Chuchesi, I'm saying, oh, Fache, but whose responsibility? Yes, sir. Want to ensure say life jackets no any overloading no yen hwe mo mashe na overloading sha hwa mo jai assembly no navy for and Ghana maritime authority for why and amu nyina mo kaboma ana eboa masane. Unfortunately MC say ahomano yesa kobana. You try to get in touch with Aduke Prosper, Kratchi West, Mensin Kratchi. Say onam kwamunti monfanche because adia na homano echuchechuche sisa edi aye. Na menkin kan krate free Ghana maritime authority also abase okin kan krata na. Or say the Ghana Maritime Authority confirms a fatal boat disaster that occurred on the Volta Lake near Ketekrachi on the night of Saturday, October 11, 2025, resulting in a devastating loss of lives. Benson Krachi said, "No, how many fish can make us say, baby, do when the Yena said yes, sir, Kwabena Asante consumes a boat, life jacket, yes, or share a new quasi boat, Nino, the Odi Econo, or no surface obefa overload, Anabra or the Econo, Unipa no Kashan, Unimka, and all those things, Yewo, Putuprum Kophobia, so be to Shulman as a boat to Butua, but also air standby on with me, Alpha Sanko for in Abana. And what she said to say,
Yewo. And for
Chum, unfortunately, Chum, Emza Romano, Hayaka Crentino, Yensa, Resi, Bitty and Bima, Homane High, and Tichum, where the Mr. Yemese, ye bitty me and Bima. Young King Kai, a year Ghana Maritime for Kratan, ye kind we are, ye can say the Ekwabo Chwanzo Beka Mensa Ewa Hanum say, Ekwamahe.
Yeah, Jawman.
Now, when you
Adum for Nadia Chain.
When you work in your job as a journalist, sir, voter like any boat able to say, every day, you say normal, because some like Ekano, a pepper pro, na Omanhene say life jacket, no, a dance washing, you know. On share if they encounter when spirit or the shades jacket no
spirit
it anonymous okay report after report okay commentaries around it they can okay baby we pass yes akwaba sabe fani pay there ade na say fani pensia baby fani pa be adunu mienu aye normal bisa there odibo to ne kono say navigation or ya there say onya there and so asem yebu ene gusu sa now know that the last time I check na Ghana Maritime Force in Yahin BC in Shuno, or Makutu to do an Abicon so a course accident and also was him. Because the age bracket of Nkwadana when now full for a year back, Nan Kwada count 2 to 11 years. Emu baako mako bed the odom na every man hard dream do baako a hard dream so a hard dream to mean how we can really get on with this matter say she life jacket was mean she I don't know
o man ye shemra emra na nkasa no entumi nsori nya adwuma semra nante debi
ya shemra na wie no
na ye no mayimu ne se emra ne hye no de ye ade pa
emra hye
se ye hye ye ade pa na mum ye hwe se emra no ya hye ye adwuma no ho ne ye hawo
but emra ne de yenim hye
e
wo ye nwoma nyina mu
ye wo ye nwoma ade bia ni ho ekoso wo mayimu a ye ni ho mra wo.
Well, I'm saying, MC na human baby and on them 3 twitwesi. Era do bacho afede e clear kakra. Oti enke ye kakra.
Yes, semon kan ye kakra.
Okay. Wada ma we ye da asem se onam kwaso a go back to umpeso aso but ahumanity no. Na me busa say how do we fight it? A collaborative responsibility and say much change mana ma obi an e bi na enye omodwuma yi na. Etwetwesi ampa. Mesi de ekosui. Ye de fobu ni ma ye de fobu ni ma music for anase navy for anase ye de ma kuruma no ma so de anase Ghana Maritime na o man provide enough you can say life jackets any education na which one is which?
Omanhene afobu ni de media mean to me emfa ento obi doorstep because me buy ye need to rely on for Asia and almost at the same Kwabena no baako almost say no Ekosiisen
Chum I really wanted to know who's really making sure say Ekuyasi Ashemre wi bibia kama ba edi mrano so amanhye no etimi akwa me hu ni fapem na problem. What do we do at this point because me call back 3 years and count down. Sa na esi na ediabe onyame na di manyame na eji.
Sa na chese ya bobo so na krobi wo okọ
mentwaro chum uwi ahwe contractor for no ma me why you meet you
okọ as a Buno East area ho baby ye wo krobi wo hono efe no Atika Gome Atika Gome as a pro inside ho baby o man so be kaye a mfibe mienu miensani Ekosiisen adwuade su ya yete ha wia na school for nkwada no mo ko school wo mo susubonto se ya akoda ntuje ma nkwada ni bi free mu na unim ne no ye kaaye na nkwala no baby omo Atika Gome ho no a omo wo no omo free ho no mo cross nsuo no na omako school in another area eti the promise was say under gallop ye besi school dan na nka nkwala na timi akọ school no e wo ho no mo a mo nkotwa nsuo bia bio sika ni nyina ye de be ye adwuma no ye ti so sika ni nyina ye krado ema mo hyase so mo si dan no me ka de asi asem so na Church of Pentecost wo area ho yes so ya so dan mo nkomu school enfie mienu o se enfie mien se mo da so Pentecost of so dan mo na me the videos no ma me de be ma
chum ni Bengazi
na yen hwe project no ba bia akos krata bo ha o man me forward amount Dr. Yewadu chum nsacha se sabre no na ye education minister eni se eba se Church of Pentecost for no yes o mo so o mo hia o mo dan because o mo be ya anniversary bi o mo be ye bibi ntino o mo dan
me mo kakra no
se eba se o mo ka se omotu nipa no ewo ho no no afiri mu sei pe gisa nkwala na se akọ cross nsuo ni bie ukọ e ma sa ewuo na yete ye no minim sa me kan nipa bi bekai no man na me kan mra ho asem no nim na wo ka so ye tutu enua na yesi e wo nsuo mu Professor Christopher Miyakumfi abreso sa abre mampani dada adwene je kunkufo na breso na ministry no na aye oswafo a wo hwe ensuo so akwan ene esen ye keka bomu asa ne biribi ye no ene etwa sika bum to ho ye se enhwehwemu ada na di se sansuo so akwanhia bebrebe ekoso ni nyina no enua fifiri wo nsuo nim tie betwetwa enu afiri mu enu nim sika de ye se adwuma no man na nye sika ketwa atenu no still na ensuo so akwanhia ne ba eni esi o senka life jacket no wo ho no mo a eti life jacket no enye se ne ne yetin enopa metin nsem ni bi me se anade asem ne yekeken se obi si obi ho bon o de ahye life jacket mu se wo be wu ni se obe kofi akodwade opede hen se wo opede atode ba wo ntimi ntode de a wo de hye obi hu fifire nipa ni bi adwen
se obi wu
eni sa wo be duru fie na se obi di ne hu fifire etu de me mfa nka twade nyare kora me se me dwira me ho wo de wu nyare dwira wo ho me pese me purify me ho because of enne baby a me kofa ye bibi a aka me ho ya me mpenti. You can do that.
Didi kai eye de ma utwa sa sutade ya on share life jacket
eno ne mra no ameka ho asem no because enye se ensuo so akwantuo no ye ni mra ye ni sise ye fa ho we have it na Ghana Maritime Authority asem a wo ken no mo ho no se omu nim se sei ni ne wo se ye kono enti kanu honest no assembly no ka ho dia na ye hwe se ansa na se obi nipa no wo ba be fru boat no na aka kire me se me de me nyi life jacket no because emu bon a ane e wo mfro ba bia wo kono san e wo se mra ne ye adwuma se wo anyi a ane e wo na mfro kora
o ba fa wo de bra
ana se wo amfa wo de amade a ane wo ba wan gia wanyi we na wontina meka mu ana mekani wo se wontinam Afro Capitola ka Afro tone ka mo no wo be kire mo tinka cho se kewa nyu mpabo ka we onfro wo mpabo ka usi anu ahye
enti mrani nyina no wo be so Afro ka ne dia
wato ne lankrisa mo no na wo pe lift dia kwa adwuma mu obi na so be Afro ka yu mpabo na
wo be so twa nsuo ni dia enti shey da ho
da ho enti why na wo so hwese mra ne be na me ne me ya ne se o man asem ni si a ne afre DC yo ho no 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 abeka ne de se ne DC kan na ne koso na wo hwa akwala 14 years a wo twi kanu ne akeka saa but why ne so ni mu ka se wo ne nam so ama wo yaba enti asotwen ye de ma wo ni efri pani su besi akwada so ye nchi obi a ne be yan so mo hye life jacket no momode se mu betumi ahye na next one asanya ba enti ne edikan ye hwese mra be yadwuma ne etoso mienu se ade anu asi hwan na wo se ye twena so eno so nya adwuma because ye nim se ba ne se ya hwe wo de efri chine kwa amanfo be kwa akoye donation ya de life jackets ni bi be ko ne ya che bia ne ya hye be nansa enti ebra so se bo se ye hwehwe hwan na wo se wo ye bibia wanye hwan na timi ye nhwe han kani no eye hwan de ana ode ma akwada 14 years akwada wedding fie do na say nipa over 16 getting to 20 akwada 14 years entwi sa subonto no no for mon cross.
Okay, so be sa ba ho but contractor for krata mikanwa Yera Emmanuel A Cherry ewa homanso no na ye Chief Executive Officer Emma the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry. Yera ima ewe ma haina bokode
nyame na dom nyame dia che anso enye bokosa
ade nyoma mo diana
mo ye di mai
krata edad bonti mo na musasha asie na
fienchen
o si fienchen ti se mdi kare se free mo ampa na ana ma tro krata tintin sei se de ekoso no sa baya matum eda de besinye ade what is happening
so ma no pakunya na mi da wa no church ke fonzo so wa nim se aban foforo na e wo se sei enti aban dada na eni okuma no oni ho bio nanso the government structure no is a continuation of exactly what we inherited from the previous administration. And Uba, handing over notes, asset and liability. And part of the liability, the man said, debtor, this current government I inherited every previous administration. At the same time, I inherited how do you call it, asset in terms of road construction, school, hospitals, now I see asset lobby. Now, so liability, because asset now, the name baby, ya permanent, ya push away near because government have for almost 9 months in it. As and now, road fund board, me, constitute because board no decision is say, obey here, Kratamo, na, but I say, your name de Bia Yagina, and the board anywhere, I can tell bedding. Since so, Yagina, almost the contract of the court. Say Yantimia split on my GRE. The contract of court because Yantimia pay am my work. When in that contract of also I know before. Because I had Mama buying. I buy the book at 600 million Ghana cedis, 400 million, 300 million, 50 million and thereabout as we speak. But because of some man said, take me that I'm not being not really before all the contractor now got the contractor near their court. A pastor contractor no of the 283 as in Junona and the man said different. Now I coupon a bonus so as a the hospital. Now I contract another thing better. Sanya mining you have the act better for. And don't see that here check for Edia Koto or my penny. But see or my penny promise here say ending of July. I bet you contract a July, but see, your October, and then 13th of October. Yantini Anti, and no, I mean, and Tina about what you said. We are sitting in our who can't be a mind because they be every year. Yes, from bank for or more money and or mutata. Your suppliers or mutata. What do you mean that year?
Hey, Muntibi nephew.
Yantimin that year. You don't know that guy, eh? Ah, the school soon have be community no, they here, Yanka say a boost for I say a poem. You need get by the more than your bar. Eh? You can't wait on him. Why, you want to say so much your canoe, and no so than at the front.
Na abeng by minister and come over on him with DSC.
Ya did come over the dia I didn't come almost okay. Young is okay. Road Fano, she share on mandate me portfolio. Yes, how do you call it a review? And the amendment, the parliament approve. Okay, mature. All those time now, disaster no be serious. President Abetu up for Japan to Singapore, new winning in a man said, well, I'm not sure that other. As a president, open the Sasha here. Now, what year to now more constitute board. Now, board do better and now here near my non check. And when I say, about you be but Yamin, penny. Any minister, no president, or master take my company list on GOG, Government of Ghana Project, Mamoya, or my company list. I'm going to come finance ministry. They say I can say the Yamiadom, say, almost the sister, go to listen to see our finance, finance on the back how the controller. And he already has a good news for us. But the other one, Road Pano, your name is Jinabia.
And for how long, Anna Yintriamuka?
Some of the certificates, as far as 2018, 2019, 2020, and as of when I was not what you are so this year certificate our system no more. Last year certificate our system no more. Last 2 years certificate our system no more. And the Evan said it's a sponsor from 2018 to date as we speak.
Na sana majumaniti ana why juma from 2018 ABC and in Tuauka.
Man, you were party to some of our press conferences and the releasing. Yeah, Bobo, man, over here, now, Mamma, a crabby, how much a percentage of it? Now, the Akano, that's what I need, Bachibi, Uber, Bobo, no much of the check a crabby, Mama Jadiaka. That is what we have been doing. Procro the John.
But Abanko, Omotimid in Chilemu, Papa Bia Mamudintia. Musika no moye adwuma wi na mo present certificate na sika ni tuana akoye den besi nei from 2018 up to this point enti wa so okoji bosi akora bank dia say na wa ye adwuma go wa oni faso bia bi mu
enu na asem no tofie no se sia sa bank be tia contact ni ka se sia akora bank be fa ni nyina ba minim ni nyina won enti won say ansana obey contract no and now we award the contract no so who awarding agency no ma man say na wakadia fata say wo di bet man say wo di bet adwuma no ni nyina bo ho but most of the times no wo ba wo na ma award contract no ma ko commission man say I break it down na contract and now mobilize na contract obey adwuma obey wie no no ka say stand here. That is what the problem is. The problem is, at the end of the day, it's costing the entire the country. You see, because the BASA contractor never got a certificate of interest on delay payment. So how the candidate here before, but because of Obi and Yunyam, that's how they call it, and Yunyam or the community be and now or he for be any no, I man say, I break it down. Just because of what or person contractor moving some society now or mukas or yadi meanwhile there's no proper budgeting allocation for those projects. And no na Asempa kwa yenyeji ewo minister oba be sia ho say ansana Obama award contract no sika ho sika ni ho a award and then that's the instructions to the minister for finance so say diama any man say agency department and ministry be about the contract they should make sure that they have the expert approval from the Ministry of Finance. Without their certification, nobody should award the contract. That is a good news for us.
And no crowd say any good news because Abambi Abasia, Gidi Sia, no, the Marana, any more Natana Hachu. Wow, can I say good news? I got 2 seconds to full time my contract. No documentation. Me on now for baby 15 no documentation contract. Gidi oma yewi abomuso. You know, so and most more benefiting from interest on delayed payments. And they won't count on. And also
I don't answer now make us say interest on delayed payment, a cost on my and the principal contract amount now. Yes. Because you bet me on the contract, got down the contract and say 20 million. Uber come. Over we contract to now 50 million, now 40 million. Now here is because of interest on delay payment. But contract and so no on for the Christmas. And who delay for instance from 2018 now contract and nobody in Sika as interest upon interest on delay payment. At the end of the day, the interest it will be much more than the principal. Wow. And that's kind of be before. And this is where the challenge is.
But they're okay. Mianka Zamenim contractor phobia or the 8 million a year, Juman. Interest on delay payments in coordinate number 22 million.
Yo. That's the kind of the holding time of that contract.
Ammonia Bermum paying for share, Mutimika Chom say, a coin by the more fast was added be everywhere or mining Koboka Bibrisi because amount for interest on delay payments in Guano, it's immediately a cruel one.
And nothing man says, this give me platform no buy. I was surprised that the previous administration they pay lip service to give me platform. You see, say now okay, I buy for bay or no so Canadian, but I can't spend now the or bay or yo. And no na bota muchi say. Omonko sisa musubai e near a man is a kwanzo. So meti near the lucre. Ayajuma Magana ni pupu. Senyan Sadia, you'll be marking time all the time. Because Sika say fire na mafoforo, we are going to sink the same amount of money times 2 or times 3 as a result of somebody's negligence into the same project. You see, which that money could have been channeled to a different usage. And see, the country no matter.
Na akobani say mo last krata mo dey to minister ni mo copy chief of staff ne vice president all relevant persons ne agencies no monya anu ye bi afi minister wa na
sheje na me free jubilee house e be enti man is there's an assurance enti my profession mu na ya me adoma ya hear say this week you know on bet me constituted get my road on board and somebody told there your year and there's likely this week no get road farm board no on man is constituted and a bar on the get tamna almost the finalist now the minister of finance because as we speak now the minister of finance SCI or catch they don't have a problem, there's money available, they are only waiting for how do you call it, authorization. So which is which?
When a car say money is not a problem, they are only waiting for authorization.
The Minister of Finance.
This can't have problem. Yeah,
can't have problem. They are only waiting for validation from the Minister of Roads and Highways.
Now, some men are called to Roads and Highways ministry. Say Sika ba non validating, you know, more market yakem sanity.
I might look where they are minimum now. I don't know white, they can't understand then you create daddy. But you see, the challenge of the Minister for Roads and Highways that the board constitution, because board do so no. This is a president do so all the research as and no so be go ahead. Man is I inaugurate board no. Say a president was China. You see, but the assurance is this week, rain or shine, the board will be constituted. And see your boy I mean pa say omo say be oyo e basa e bo samamu now so that's one aspect of it. The actual problem is payment. All we want is payment. So let the structures be in place so that payment will follow accordingly.
Okay, so I'm just getting some text messages. But meaning say about to more attention now. Say more contractor for the drone bank aji omo daya omo bond don't come and e be so about to my attention.
No let me kind because immediately now Senate any crack and come up on that and say court Saturday court I call kangaroo court. Who do the new background the abeti now must see condemn. That is it. That's the problem you are having. Meanwhile, who calls a contractor any man say IPC more. Who also was the government now so because of the kuni damna bintinu toma ko jelinu. And the contractor be sitting nearby say how do you expect? I say I drink kuno. You see, most financial institutions are seizing their properties. How much is it collateral? You see, and the time ya here na aban anyamere time about yasikano na contractor be mujumegu. No equipment in your mass is in your. Is that what we want? Is that the capacity we are trying to build for our people?
Hey, contractor for no. Hey, na ensema. Mun nani oba asem na ba. Mun nani oba.
I'm serious. Intimate that here. You see, yeah, man send overrun cost many. Who could be officer? Who bet your utilities? No way, salary. This is a comobusia. No bet your salary. Who tell you you are expected to pay Senate. You are expected to pay what have you. All those issues are becoming a challenge. You see?
Hey.
So which means you are expecting the contractor to always be borrowing money to pay Senate. Meanwhile, the contractor is having a huge amount of money in his books.
Ntia ka say union contractor for say omo shase eti omo staff no so eti omo pam do na so omo kofi because sikani ho a edi betuaka ana administrative costs so kwa na ekoso and so about your attention.
That's it. Most of them has really a lot of workers. Now a bus answer is also another security threat. It's a serious security threat to the nation because all those workers they also have dependents and for saying use almost koba and send a bit more omusako mano. And it's any problem juma. What do you expect at the end of the family or the day? What will the family and those who depend on them also be feeding on? You see, the government is not helping anything.
Well, the position of Aban Owoshi on making sure say obeso mo na mo pressure na ba form no, that assurance no omo mo timelines bi ana.
All the timelines in the almost ending of this month, but ending no after because the same president Nika some time ago said ending of July. But see, a massive no 1 year. The president Kasa, because
but say President Kasano or Kasano, I demonstrate here because the finance ministry says, "Oh my crado, the minister then validate it. And na mum for pressure into ministers no validation."
Says your minister also on here board. I'll bet me idea to sign a money. So who advises the president to come out with that statement number one?
Ain't it board, you know? Nyame more setting up that way.
Almost this week. Yeah, boy, I mean, to super good to my.
Yes, set board the radio, na musika ni gusu ebebaro no.
The board no bar, board no what to me. Says the minister, Oko sheka tabia se to abika se obeti me dia chine to. Enu nti no so onye sa anya ma no. Ji se board no na wo sa to me no. Enti ja board no bar, onu na be to me. Be ma minister say okay, mu ye say, mu twa nipa dodo say. Mu ye say. Aha, asa na me ja beti me anya hondo. But the way it is now there, and also of protecting the interest.
But as it stands now, I advisable say minister now say Aban ni pebeti ma show say kwan we should na koye once we prepare your documents for is it advisable?
Yeah, some of the contractors are doing that depending upon agreement negotiation. Minister ni contractor ni omo enter into. There is assurance we hon kwan say me ye juma obeti ameka bebre omo kwan so a omo ye juma ebi mo site omo ye juma say while they are waiting for payment but enyo omo nyina no mo ahondi sa enye nyina na e was ahondi a obeti mi atwe sa we because ye me bi no ya ko ji loan na pe bank no ye sika ni nyina asa de yanka say de asa ya sa ko ji loan na ka ho ni nyina asa ye say akọ bank is not even ready to look at you. You see, these are some of the challenges. And those contractors, it will be difficult for them to go back to site until money is being paid. But some of them who have other alternative livelihood, they have the muscle to do as expected.
So, Emmanuel A. Cherry, you can say, what's the assurance you give to your colleagues, contractors, per the conversations you've had with relevant personalities and agencies? What's your advice at the contractor for?
Yeah, assurance that man say we be ending of this month on betiano ye bonya mi pa nepa empa man say empa bota omochi nanso yenso ye gusu panyifo ye gusu man say etwa na mo efa ho ye bonya mi pa say on be start earlier than 10 the omukan nanso obia no mum so echo person ending of this month there nyami adoma on betiaka
the month of October now can was me.
October after no mukan.
Well, monji musika we na member kai mo say mumudu do na so na modwuma mo ye na nya ni so too shoddy work.
It's another subject for discussion. It's a serious discussion we need to have.
It's very serious discussion. They say the metiasie mo ahohehiem yes raban na animum panyfo say wono hwe na omomba to the aid of road contractors especially na bibianko kamanti Emmanuel A. Sherry mamina say Ghana Chamber of Air Construction Industry panyimpa medase pa wie say was wetima be church no nsemu sa ede akire so
money jumanzo
yes you that's p so that's the issue wa be chire mu die but omo yine beti the mentiasi sa system no
system na antiase
on say sa carry forward system no mentiasi is a bibia da me kase na ofa mo akwata bi
unim say ye interested the payment of judgment debt any niema
interested
oman no
ya da jina so go betena oman no bo apoyo omo sheda yesa
say eba say ye say obi ni oman no ejina court anase yakọ court oman no edifo ni yentu esika mana wi hu mirika editu ya esika no masa nkrofo no
ekobase obi akọ court
wadibem wadibem ne say yentua judgment debt many pakro no a unhu mirika ya di tua sa sika no etoda yentuo mayi mu na court kura atumi more da say be cres ka no yen hold on with the payment of judgment debt bi aba eso be hwe ne yatua
yen hold on
so yetumi tua ye de ne say e ka ba yentua e den ya say wo man hene obi a unipa a wo ka say ono de be 18 million
8 million
18 po
8
ena akwa do say
ba akwa 18
awu ba akoye 18
interest on delayed payment
bibia e wobrofo e de to so interest on delayed payment
it meno eseka
utia ne ntemu nti
no na meno ene se wantia me dia ensihu amede to so eze bebia me koji sika na frinya me dia
bienim kan sa de ne yantua 8 million betumi aboa be ye 18 million ba ye pese ye tua 18 million no because edenya contractor pro ya ne wo pre mesra muntua mami o obetua bibi kakra wo baabi ansa na wo saka usika po enti bua payo ne yede ye niema bi o ne opani ya ne kasa ye kasa minister say omuhu se sky ye ready a omo award contract no se no tumi aye adwuma na nka sa abrofo we delay on interest on delay payment o se den na nka no afiri ho until say you betumi implement na mani ka say wo de wa no do nwere no o manya di o tia utia nya ye o na wie ne ka cho se katwem na ya
wo tua wie no
akaduro no wo wunim tia no wo wie no so wie a ye nka se
ya power ne be adwuma
eti wo de wa no ka ne keke se o ye beye ni sei ne de o ma ye nya den na emum beye adwuma no eti ye be sre minister
but I did imagine
one. Say, matumi aka say ne be kono a it should be so.
Ba sa na be kam say madwene wa.
O man,
madwene wa me bi ntia contract
say so ye ne say sa na be kono a. Ebi ni boat die ya asema ye ka bo disaster ya asema ye ka.
Amafo den krata be bra.
Say ye no, wo de minister ba enti ubiri ni so a. Nyame ya domo chena. Atika go medie yi
gentu asa
videos nuni bibia wo ho no mo because school for nkwala na wu sa abiri no mo emfie ba mienu miensani nkwala ni wu ye me hye bo se na nkwala na crossing suo no na akọ school na o mawudi a ene ye mo cross bio ye si school ntete vice president then Dr. Muhammad Baumi akora akọ ho no sika ye ready ye nsi dan no a maje Pentecost for dan no aboso emfie be se wo ho no munie eti se nkwala na ka so mo sa akroso bio enkwala be te no so na ewu sa abre no wan na ye twen na so ya ntwe obi aso ya nya obi ahwe enne bi asansi e wo Krachi West eno so ye be ye hu de eden na akwala 14 years ekotwi kanu
okay
14 years o man
ye beto asan komo jame admecha minister abede ye be body tell na feel waje bra kwotena o se sector ba ko so eja eda ho adaje ni okra no eto to no sisi abekọ direction na nyoma bibiri egu no
me hunu so be ya de ye mesere ni na no oja nesefo na ni na tese utim se wayelem na tim se nesefo fifiri ti omuna ba abotira wotimi di na ho say betie mu
wasa ya de bi
is good
wa ya de bi ma
wa onu onim jabo eti obi bonija na no me say ye na ye ni interview na mitim hansa me say wey ojasios obi onim jabo no anya obi so a wo bonija eti me hwe nurses ne sa na me say baba we gina hodin sa na sa de ne 10 no yes wo momuja
assembly aba
ogina hodin sa no
that not finish that aba
ojasios eduru so eti o man nyame ya adumo china mame hand over
minister pa minister Kwabena Mintakando member of parliament for Dwaboso anafi oyeye minister health obeka yensa wa hanzim me the meaning say the queer keme and they will take queer be start with the queer and meet na worship how
but I'm enjoying it. It's a very nice ministry. So we say my brother we mean you for that.
There be idea you break it through. I had the say we free mobile.
When Yakubu Becho say ni 2 million na adwuma na nyewa.
It is there than baby how gidigidi no. Oba prayer we no be nkunim na.
I'm enjoying it. Since I was born, be any my family murder no. And that be at the back of it God
when you make true for you.
And yet anything new. It's a very interesting, and you see you can understand say the public interest now when I was so because it has to do with health. What I say, the survival of the citizens depends solely on that ministry, and I think so. Your productivity improve as a country, so it has also something to do with the economy. Everybody's interested, and it's normal. And for me, it's normal. I mean, there's nothing on thoughts.
Anyway, why are
and you see when we are ministry, can add.
But say a man who should do.
What you show no? What you show? You do what you are supposed to do. What is that what you show?
Like for instance, say I in your bakwa na no kopaya me say ka say yanka ebeka me nko won say hono.
I know I don't even want it to be about me. I would have been so much interested in this issue. Say yes, nurse ni bi I mishandle patient be.
I want to make us why they also hold the man. Is about me. But hold the many genie home. Monshare now the moon ya no the brain.
Oh yes sir no. I was mindful of and say any kind say me man so yes say me encourage in discipline in the system. And you can say mommy yes say mpayifo na o ma fasa issue no app no me condemn me or no so manya ade. But this is unfortunate it's about me. I was like, yeah, politicians, we are the most vulnerable in the society. But now, I say, oh, you're supposed to be, you're to me being obedient, BB. If President Mahama is your president, you have no option. Say, obey, do free speech, and you will be tolerant. So it's not about the minister per se. It's about one way you now the focus of the issue. No one divert your attention. No, the people must know what is happening and what you are doing about it and what you will do.
So on the back of this, no, how are we treating the welfare of our health workers? Welfare, saying.
Welfare.
Motivation.
I think that Ghana has
certain privileges and opportunities.
Ghana had to start with. And the health sector is not exception. But nothing can also come out of an empty sack. We have a country to govern. What you say? Nti obia nyaya anka what you're saying the owo sisia. Nti there's still room for improvement, but abai so bana homodin. So you improve upon the conditions of our health professionals in the country.
I see. Na over to actually saying,
hey, I say me be say. Yes, the Jawa,
they are swell.
A train, never be to put it bluntly. And the Ebedi come one of the areas are not and I was a kind of crutcher. Not Ghana for a tinny manasi. The bass who see a noir will be in baby and cast a one creative problem. It's not about complaining, it's not about lamentation. Sankanye sansamuya by any demonstration in sansamuya sanka menka ho asem da mewa but abai awutie man kan kire wo a obeka se dabra
uno waye
so you must tell the people where we have come from. To start with, there were more than 74,000 health professionals that training on them are omofie summary. In 2024, na banya wetwemu no oye nhyehyeye say obefa a nurse for any midwife for. Into omusha ase no omufa 13,000 around 13,500 na aban bia utu sa na mo na enye se wo fa nipa na keke o so pesika wo fa nipa ni wi a odi betua ne ka nti na wo so mo pe bibia friend financial clearance che nyina ne say si e ka se ye be fa Kwabena ye be fa wadwuma in let's say June, from June to December will clearance on Ebewu 31st December 2024 as a chairman say before say clearance the no I say I do to payroll so.
Okay.
Nti say ewu a ye do to so enye.
Okay, enti ebo aso ha. Enti ene yenya financial clearance say me Dominic Obi. We ye de mo kwa kopim December ewe ye. By December ewe ye no, as he left him ko ye payroll no so. Na ewu wie dia na me ye be kan wasema enye papa
enye adwuma enye valid je ma ofoforo.
Okay.
But what you say?
Okay.
In the financial clearance when ewu ye no. Yenye babam January 2025. Somewhere no so no. Ya recruit a nurse for nyina midwife for nyina awie. Ah bi ma sha o madwuma se. Nti as at that time no na nipa ba kokoro ni why na to pay ro bia so. But what you say? Ah mo ye adwuma wo.
Because of a bra mobile no all those engagements had been done already. Yentraso.
Na ye buy no. Ye beto sa situation no. There were two options. Say bako si eni sika bia dia eni ema omu nyina kofie ne nkopɛ hu sika nsana ese afrɛ mo abe ya adwuma.
Option 1 bia nkofie because skeni ho ne nkopɛ bi mra
ansana. Option 2 oh ya mo omu nya adwuma ni empɛ kwa ya be fa so a ibeti omoka sika ne na ho nti what kaya emre bi betwa mu. There was that argument say ye be yi anesifo binim adi okay say argument no ye be yi anesifo binim adi ama anesifo situation ne kra a respond e ka so mbeko strike ne demonstration okay that was a time and that's our conversation e koso and ye fa the second option said there be yen to me empamo 13,500 nurses and midwives. Mo ko ka 74,000 mo fi ne ho. Yet sadia. Ye mo nya adwuma. Nyempe kwa ebeti omo ka.
So the option 2 was that work whilst we look for opportunities to pay you.
Nti ye ka sa no, aye ka sa ya nkofi ya nkoda. Anamo ye 2 ye ne say. Ye ntumi mfo mu nyina engo payroll no so atego abra any budget nim. Nti sadia yan stagger wonom. Nti asat se si amino kasey no na ye de 13,500 no ye de emu 10,000 about 10,000 na go pay so
out of the 13,500 no.
Fantastic. Nti sat about 10,000 hwemu nchechire mu yi. Emu 10,000 once maka say 13,500 na maka 10,000 dia 3,500 bia to baby no.
At the baby.
It out of this about 10,000 no. Emu 7,000 say am no kasa ye twi omoka every month. Omo payroll no so no. So there's a certain 3,000 dia omo payroll so ye ntumi ntwa omoka. Are you getting the point?
Out of the 10,000 no, emu
7,000 every month.
3,000 now qualified to be on the
payroll, but and then you ntwa omoka although they are on the payroll
because we say yemo obi anya adwuma ne ko pay coming
to omoka.
Okay,
so 3,000 bi she ho.
Yenko.
And now you want another 3,500 omo no yen for omo to payroll sumpokra. So ko yi sa 3,000 she 10,000 limu no e be ka sa 3,500 that is about 6,500 about. But what you say? Inti sa about 6,500 way and na yen twi omoka. Nti ye ka se yen ko pesika metwi omoka ni yankoda.
So say we are dealing with 6,500. Emu 3,000 a year. Omo ayaji omatum. But
now, ye buy ye no so no. Enye no nko an ye beto ye. Ye beto ebinum a omaye ye ka say in the apomudia so ye no. Doctor for national service so omo ye housemanship. And that's for year the BA to say mandatory service national service na national service na yes omo year rotation. So what I say nti ye beto nkrophobia na omo year omo housemanship about 883 bia no omo tax clearance what do you call financial clearance
a doctor for no
and also no
omo year saying
883 nti ye buy na I was say ye pay ni puma sibre and also ye now there was another medical doctors almost my year Juma 2024 near foul no more or no so ye entry or more cancel da I know so nonsense or be kay can say no more so echo strike and say junior doctors and also no say cope and sika near the betri omoka
no we saying
203
okay
ebim.
So we have a year housemanship for no 883.
Yes.
And a doctor for no so a junior doctors no 203.
Yes.
Omi na go into aka.
Nti say no ya clear, baba ya clear a yetu omuka. Ya beto yi.
Yetu 883 no.
Yes. Our husband what do you call it? Financial clearance yetu ya.
Yetu ya.
Na
203 no so
203 so enso ya mo financial clearance you be sha yetu omuka. Nti no so ye flow. The amount of financial clearance yentumi ntu aka. But what I say? Good. Now there's another group. Me person me catch you say enye menyira enye 13,500 no kwa na problem.
There be
other issues are here dealing with.
Jodi be so ho bebre.
Exactly. And also no I was say navigating through carefully so na be ya. Ni nyina no enko crash o mai. There were another 800 medical doctors omo housemanship in 2024 na no so no yen post you omo and no so say am no say yen clearance abo omo so e be share adwuma ase ye beto we
a doctor for
medical doctors 800 again yes wo pharmacists bi no a omo wie omo housemanship from 2023 to 2024 omo so na yen tua omo ka
omudo do esen
omo so na mo ye about 321 omo so na entry omoka
from 2023 2024
omo wiye omo housemanship by entry omoka omo sika okam arrears nkwa na mbobo so akire we
okay
and also yetua so you do na any budget ni mu a ye for so dia besem nti obi ka say oh kwamra nya abotre mi nya nkakra you must be reasonable.
Because if you be problem.
Hu economy ya atitia pansam
moti ase ba
yeti ase net so niema eba so what I say quite apart from that rotational nurses omo started omo rotational nurses in 2024 na no so muni any allied for no muni financial clearance almost more than 17,000
rotational for
any allied from 17,000 and also ya secure financial clearance at the amount
you buy
within 8 months you make Kenya within 8 months
is that what is happening
into say
no me Kwabena
say one car obi who dey see near creating impression be say buy when you are within and this is not up to 1/3 of what has happened in the ministry.
So backlog na we share
backlog ba we be school. Backlog niema arrears ebi o sanke 2023 ebi o sanke 2024 ego enye nkakra okwabra otiye ye ba ye betu issues of conditions of service abaye asanya ye implementing one kwa nurse ni cost strikes here abaye na pressure beba no so me ya say to dada enye me na mesa ye me signature na sha ase
ye implementing
and we have to come in and implement into say ye ni kono mo kasa say oh munya to boase ye nya ne nkakra ni edika and then some yana meet me share ha inti we about recruitment in kwa nurse for near doctor for recruitment in kwa once na make you look Kwabena, and I'll be very honest with you, and this one will also come. Admission has been done in the past for, let's say, for the past 7 to 8 years, and a produce admissions are in the next 3 to 4 years. You be say you better be at the end of 2026. At the end of 2026, you better be not less than 23,000 people will have come backlog on home.
Asempa FM.
At the end of 2027, you better be about 35,000 will have come home.
Hey.
Obi Sam say, hey, at the end of 2028, the Bible 45,000 abeka ho. So start school you find say 75,000 now. By the end of 2028, you better be about 180,000 of health professionals or more fee.
But say national security threat too.
Into no. So busy or your unpaid unemployedness. Na say o tiksi street music. I because Kwabena minta akando. And I make one of the and you ma German almost I can't pay us now. I can't pay us now.
Somebody say I can't
pay us now. I can't pay us now. So you see, some of these issues you
need to be part of the
necessarily collaborate with the Ministry of Finance. Issues of salaries, health ministry. You can't do it alone. You need clear communication. You need financial clarity. You need hologram.
Now, finance ministry for who a good chima, which are wine, as some but your Edana.
You try them come here, be cancel.
Said the Biadanum. So you see,
the intention is not to complain or to lament. But I'm very, very sure, says, and my maternal video soon to cancel and walk Kwabena Asante. O cry, we and some children who name Sansom way.
Don't do no what now.
Inti, and yes, ye blame will be, and I ye lament it. But we must tell our story. Not gonna find Tiasi. Meaning, say, the next one will be condition of service. Yeah, really, the next one will be condition of service. Ain't that. So what I say, but you require your first one, you're managing it in kakra. Now on mine also no, young ditching. Apomodi asu ye no, you're very sensitive. Inti ehwa samba obiya you're very interested. Obiya sapomodi ehwa samba to see Ubia are very interested. But I can tell you on authority say never be bree and a year ministry within 8 months. Say bye. Yankupon Daroma, you are John Mahama, Eddie BB, friend Mahama Case, Ghana Medical Trust Fund.
Let me see my bam here. Decide about do we numbers in the so born common in a way. It be about community 70 at TTF.
No problem. So be was in
the other aspect of it means and yeah. What is the news about the agenda 111? I could say.
Let me say, me de agenda 111 no about cancer deal. For the say. Afi going forward no. Your friend some no. Your friend bako ni a che gina bia beto ye.
Okay.
Baby afa ho. The yaye any baby yeko.
The you get the infantry.
Agenda 111 you get nyina no ongoing project nyina no. For example, agenda 111 ye comprehensive audit of the situation.
Because even in opposition, that's what you said.
Yes.
Say mo be audit.
Yes.
More pursue.
Even though and don't forget it's about 111 projects across the length and breadth of this country. Get the amount. I mean, even to get documentation covering was not easy.
Agenda 1.
I am telling you, it was not easy
under the presidency.
Yes, it was not easy. Inti yebepe mra, and also yeba beka ho asem. His Excellency are direct, clear, unambiguous. The enyem fa ho. Ba bifu Ghana for. Ba bi yebefa no. Any ba bi yedru. Any baby edeko. Nina efa no mako. Yen confuse issues no.
Okay, so
I think that Ghanaians no I was say take over a lot.
Some of the existing structures in the Tetekwashine or some of the hospital facilities, the environment is not pleasant at all. I don't know what's the palm time. For instance, another horrible sin. So environment no even Miami or Mudi Juma, Oko Tetekwashia, Dan Hu and other hospital facilities across the length and breadth of the country. Why you cry me and it was na intempano obo ho wode say utwa ho akohwe enema bibiri o mia hodo. Have you seen some of these structures are break it down totally?
Right, yeah, was a very bad maintenance culture in this country. And send you all kind of a pay surprise visits some of these facilities. And Papa so pam wo so ina num de ntia na ye di muntra. Sometimes one way a certain wrong impression will be created. And then I may then person me and say the minister responsible for health is not far from you as a health professional. Obet me pie baby obia. Ndi de oye bia ni.
O say submit na etwa wo here.
Simple.
Breaking it.
Nti
so twa wo na message na wo be de ekoi.
Nti se wo ya de na enye yi ya be ka se wo enye and you answer for it. But be bebre amakwa ni ma bi enye ya. I've taxed the director general. There was a query no. There was a obeyin samanu ana say yetwena so. So what I say, into your maintenance culture and yet most of the health facilities are generating men can say be but some form of internal generated funds. But the better you buying some maybe painting crack maybe painting.
And in a position you spoke about the Kolebu lift, yeah. As we speak still, none of them anti-cocaine.
There are a lot of things we are gradually putting in place. All the agencies ever sign KPIs. It's not business as usual. No.
Are we sure about this?
I'll give you the date. Every agency ever sign clear. Until went to me and for failure, you have no business being there.
Brain drain is right here to feel that we down the Kolibuna doctor for the because as a specialist, no. I feel the Kwana. Omufi o manimu eko ubusebuse omunso o market yanye omse motivation here ketu abi then ba di hunisa a doctor for me experience or me expose omonim die broso omsa specialist omumbo no dani omodani omachi kakra de chere Ghana yeni amai honso ntema minim say about your team
and they say e ba ya in fact last year and last 2 years was worse. A doctor for our Konya Bebre, our broche, health professionals in general. It is auto maimuna and hoche kakra no fees obenya better options elsewhere obeko. Immediately we will say hopelessness setting in, especially economy in Korea depending obeko. Mekai say last year yeni ebinumu kasai ebinumu ani amo haircut obi wa yeah why na juma 10 years 15 years 20 years or they are cut bond na hwe nsa the ordinity buma kwakope. Medical doctors or health professionals are also human beings just like all of us, but the moment you know on the opportunity outside the country is higher than yours into be person kwakope other opportunities elsewhere so that obetimi make life. But in all this we are trying to do our best, but don't also forget to say abay ewo sabi photo IDB omai, and if you're also not very careful and so obeto omai naturally
the way be an air buying photo na
buying photo na de kwakobo do sakwakobo na ababe den ababe hwe omai no apomode na nhyehyeye nti yeguso kakra. I mean at the end of the year no you see I call media engagement more free Flagstaff files you go media go card here, but at the end of the year you say you beam so you call ho bosumi nsia de aye afi baako de aye every ministry gidi say aban mu but we are proud of achievement achieve even though less than a year yes until maybe one of the things I would want to touch on just like you said Mahama Cares no Kwabena Mahama Cares Ghana Medical Trust Fund no yenti abotaya attach la yende buy ni say ohwe oman mu a non-communicable disease ayekun Ghana for bibi say hypertension, diabetes, cancers near the adeno ekosuri eno nko no ye say yen nipa omu wu ewo man mu no uchemu wo ha emu aduana miensa 43% no yes non-communicable disease no enekun wo no. In fact all the company inform mpa enhu yie eno no wa hwe yie a obe hitting more than 60%. We mu a kire say so we nipa miensa bia na adult na emu baako ewo hypertension inti na koye o how kese pa ewo the health sector ewo say yepa hukuma sibre na yewa John Dramani Mahama say ade ba ko a emma yenuru saade ne ho anase yentumi ensa sa yare no ene se tu obi a na draw nipa into poverty inti ekwan ye befa so ebenya resources na yede akon sa yare no na ye boache bedin inti yempe foto obi mra sa foto no baako yede behu se babia wotie bia no se ye temelo se ye sunyani o se ye kumasi o se ye sehwiyo so unya sa condition ni bia ibetimi asa yare equitable distribution of this the resources and the specialists and the diagnostics maybe I will be inti ebiemu so ne say ebema practical assistance practical helps to more conditions in him inti sa fotuo we eye fotuo a obi o sa condition mu bia no ye de beboa no nyame da roma yakọ parliament akoye mra ya wie mra no ma mampanyi ne nsa ahya ase yakọ da roma ya appoint administrator nyame da roma enne ya pa board no so ehontoma in fact your first case impo your first patient and so egusu am say your mother's discharge and the cry and this time round yeah per results. So what I say. So within less than a year or 8 months no, Nakopa Daroma, you me take it say Mahama Cares delivered fully operational.
So it's running side by side with the National Health Insurance.
Fantastic. Into National Health Insurance wo NCDs na National Health Insurance no en cover no Mahama Cares be cover. And again, I mean for Wakonya we soon sign yes announcement way. When we say okay, dialysis is captured under the National Health Insurance. Now the new directives then say omo private facilities no. On say obi wo be kokolebu anase konfanoche na ye tria 500 Ghana cedis about 500 Ghana cedis for dialysis. Obi onso a obeko different facility ye private. Obeko ho na ne bon wo soro esen 500 no. But what you say? But the whole na nipa ne pese oko. Nti abaya ye say okay. Say ebia oko private hospital na ye beje o. Memfa ne say 1000 Ghana cedis a 500 Ghana cedis na aban tua ma obi a no ye betua ma na wanka se wa topo up.
So that basically the aban de betu.
But what you say?
It doesn't matter so called private.
So when you say about 2000 I buy between 500 now the 1500 also. So the CEO of National Health Insurance Authority has been directed to implement that. A idea that could be more as part of your efforts to get the universal health coverage. Who say cost a hindrance into yet be a friend free primary health care. And so we are now call hospital bia a woman more a year say in fact say chip compound and now say health center and this hospital a year primary health care be free. So we subscribe to National Health Insurance and now say we subscribe to National Health Insurance and also no a idea and so be free in this country. A BM who say dialysis machines no your miamia be bria ebinio summary ye outsource all the dialysis services and as machines no into summary your BM you advertise it amount for apply about 47 companies and I apply today and say you go through the processes we are at least all the regional hospitals will be a dialysis center.
Wow.
All the regional hospitals will be a dialysis center. Into Kwabena Asante a company and now they buy any take equipment placement. Into you say wo boga fakoho buying adwuma for ne be running near Chiauka from the National Health Insurance fund. But what I say, one of the options and also your day by a good processes. No. Another one, and also if you really are shall say, and say, Kwabena, you who say, on my moon, I buy a top hospital equipment and my hospitals now. In fear, enum in sia maximum, now say,
a jegu.
And Kwabena, let me tell you this. It may shock you, but it is true. There are instances, buying to equipment at the core hospitals be more deliberately. Yet me say no because obi wa the facility ebenho. It's true, and people listen to yes. This is one of the things.
Abana to adiaba no. Hospital ben orintino. O self no.
Your machines be why they call, but me be bra and me do 1 year cry.
And nipa bi na ebu apayom
Inti they are buying a dream when they say they ban say yeah hospitals are hot one again you per se outsource the equipment they be me your equipment I will say a co district hospital be your equipment a co regional hospitals teaching hospitals inti you be put it in lots the Kwabena Asante na be ba you can say okay dwabo so wo be say wo dey yeah list ni obesa wo de equipment ne ba provide the equipment no uncrofo should be on standby esaya wo na be maintain ni wo na be to reagent obey obi bia ye be run am labs no. Now at the end of the day so what can say claims eco hospitals ahodo claims no National Health Insurance etuama hospital bia no e were 3 components claims. Like service and consulting, medication, and diagnostics. Now you be diagnosis not free claims na hospital nimu. Ndu Kwabena Asante o dey machines wo ujusika. Nti afidie no so ma wani nkoho na ebesa ya wankasa wasem.
Because na ehwe so dey agina so
wankasa wasem. Nti aban ba bia aban nkoto mfidie biem. Nti wi ya tariff no and to say you be massa ankura na so akotwa ono charge obeji and she a conditioner you dey be say o charges no it must be subjected to fees and charges of parliament and it must be subjected to the tariffs of National Health Insurance.
Yes, me menya akwanya no.
Nti na dey be na oji da bi and she be ho yi. Nti ba ne sa mfidie no
we need to be taken care of because now ko ja to mo bi akose no.
The question is maybe you also buy one video or dada nti we ni ban send ye be no eno so ye ho poma sibire ho. There are options you better say Kwabena wo buy no hospital ha abuy one video ba ko mienu miensa fa ka wo de no ho your value ye no 1 billion betu am abuy but father run
man.
Yes, but 1 billion dey also tu am abuy.
Wow,
it's one of the options. Kwabena ye ni agro.
We dey I'm saying wow because you know ya so de na boa yourself so emu. It won't say obi e ya bad you know. Won't say onipa no boa payom e be say na afia conference.
So it's not easy. Oh dear, can you imagine some of these things have gone on for a very long time. Oh buy and also buy the and you expect it to
enough from ube share cabal na.
Aha! It is a Udi can't tackle we ya. Kwabena ba be can we who will fight you because it will get you stand.
Yes, you need to fight you before you succeed in what you want to do. It's just easy terrain.
But I'm enjoying it.
One of the challenges are who says here, which of course every institution minimizing the complaints that young patients you can't about to call for. Young patients no. Now that 37, it was just too much.
One of the things that Ebeyama who was a major behind say at least to me eliminate cry a bit more from say the perception about health professionals say 100%. The IN say yenya health professionals no no yenya cry enye de enye ni so we are going to do introspection. You can look here who are damn. We are dream, a kwan be be fa so e betumi improve upon
minister some of them minister some of them doing a great job so, but others
yes
I tell you
so it is one of the things I started with say baby how kwa there should be telephone numbers client service unit enye nti yenya ministry ene apomudin asoye adwumayefo sometimes you accept say ibinum akwa mo fa so mo handle patients no enye so we do introspection you kwanya be fa so a be improve upon it. We put clear measures in place, and in fact one of the reasons is that every district hospital in this country I was saying CCTV cameras cover honyina
no monitor one day
obi wadwuma ne say wo de wote ho
24 hours
wadwuma wo ya no
those kind of happenings at our various hospitals no it's very painful.
I think some of this conversation intermittently must watch the air. It is not easy. Say, upasa real changes eba. The main pe and they say, minister, we dey we bra ni
so we all push together.
Exactly. We dey and we abana say wow mind.
I know the over bebree.
Me tida.
Because pages
oh we say no we buy na say na be meti bebree. I remember say, Kwabena, listen to me. Me buy no as part of the 74,000 workers on Mofi. Yes, say Kwabena be for so I bet you reduce numbers we. One of the options and they say manage migration. Yes, sporty B. And Kwabruchi.
Nenya sa for so dey no.
Nenya sa remittances no. Because omuti fi omunya hwe. Ye kumu no countries are omo respond by 13 countries omo reply nyina no. The who ye ne say omo demand omo dey ba no. A specialist no more pay. Yes, specialist you need a breed. The idea is that specialists no, especially nurse for no minimum over spend about 2 years as an be a specialist. But what I say, and you can say you have a problem. Yes, you have percent for you. Now you reduce numbers. You take quite better so. And you agree say you pay curriculum bia. You university be develop. Now instead of ABR 2 years on, but you can reduce number when I didn't so nipa no contact hours no per day no ebia about 2 hours yenya no 4 hours enya intensive within 2 years yen compromise on quality and then enye chere me die for why dream brand na be chere die ntia ye be ye rather than enye
2 years ne wa nti
yen family because
quality time that we can make
local why a person to solve a problem we need that solution to solve a particular problem enye say and then enye
yempe ade be stormy be stressful be think it through well
but some of them are also fantastic obi wo ho ababa oh minister ade we ya oye anka ye pa ne so hwe ha obi nya butra be tin mu abekechen obekechen mu no wati ase oh okay ene yen komi sei obi wo so wati a obesha ase we bia because anyway so these are some of the challenges I just have to open up, but I can assure you it's a fantastic place full of fantastic people, and Megidi say I was say Ghana for no you develop interest about the welfare of our health professionals and cheap weekends na me wo my constituency and I was talking to my DCs. So I'm going to meet all the DCs. So a quite a fast so I bet me attracted medical doctors to the rural areas. You know, must be part of it. I can tell you on authority say about 50%, in fact more than 50% of all medical doctors in the country in Accra. 50% in Accra. In fact, about 13,000 nurse what do you call it? About 13,000 medical doctors or more or more. Be 2,000 per Ghana Health Service. Ghana Health Service no one crossing. So it's a problem.
But someone you be to attract them.
Exactly. We need to do certain things. So for example, the DCs must get involved. So medical doctor no ekoba be no nim say okowa Asante be fat if net danya obedem ehoka any ade. Of course, abanya promises say obi obe accept you posting to rural areas and about 20% of your basic salary ni ade. Yeah, bibia for ho. But everybody must come on board. Corporate Ghana, everybody, because sabi oyarea unimbe biade obeko nti was say make the effort de bia me de me ho ye mfa nto ho emra me nya me accident kakrakai the first hospital de me ko ye nkawe no nya hini ya hini de hospital nanka me man nan so da ye ka say me ko nti I was say boa na mu nyina mo mo ye Kwabena nsantwefo muti bibia mo misa one we akokanse ne bi o ba we no asense asa untimi ko yi mfini patirim but na de o kan nya no kre it's not true so what I say shit but man for say and when you are try beyond a certain level you can't handle that place you do attempt today into Ghana and shit no member of parliament 4th term you do attempt one what baby do her and we are appointee of His Excellency President Mahama I don't attempt the new President Mahama Okrumah so what I say but I'm also interested I was saying encourage indiscipline in the system. O ka wase na ti wanim ka yetie umu na kan so yetie ba yehu ni pasu no yehu so ban yehu se ni usitie ba mu nyina maka asem kro na what ba kwa ti wanim aka ba ko so mu na aka so the challenges no me nim wiase mu yanyansa nyina me de be solve all the problems so nti wo wadwen kira wo de beba we di o de beba ne de abo no ye hu say we ebe bo man ne tumpon nyina then we go in that direction.
Okay, so Minister, we wrap up. If you've just joined us, Secretary Minister Health, Area Community Takando, and a member of Parliament for Dwaboso, and Pessoaso. So, when are we engaging?
Engaging on the
new people for health sector.
Oh, okay. Kwabena, and that me some of the unemployed nurses about mention ye din komo. Let me say this. Survey be echo so in my ministry. Now one of the problems I have is almost a mechanical credit. That's why I am running into my.
So only boom boom. I would say Ghana should have one.
The say, hey, they are for crying 13,500. Crying
clearance in here. Even those that clearance, man, your backlog of 6,500.
So I told them, so I'm exercise patience because Kwabena first no na me wa reshimu pass yakopon ya 2026 budget no you bet me nya kakra na yesa afa because government approach ni say you be fan kakra but yeah fan say you be ya man for me ya kind of pay us now no also dream ho kwa be fa so be tuomuka e fa de ka problem
o pepa so be fa
e fa de
akasi kasem
e fa de any problem kra because at the end of the day your other health facilities why here health professionals.
Yes, yes, Sunday can now buy ye and then you pass do
now for
Majuma and then now we for.
I told us about the general catch say more than 40% or 50% of your revenue no eco compensation. Yes. Inti or not there I can't you know, and so the assurance is that a man penny botaye say you be creating more opportunities for everybody into more every school now but to tell you to sit on this radio to tell you say all the 74,000 health professionals in 2026 no Kwabena man kind of crunch.
Wow.
Man kind of crunch.
It will be difficult.
Very difficult. And that is the truth. But you be manage migration, you be export be. Aban so be hwe kwan be fa so e be fa bi ne be ne kakran ja me ko ato office kwan ne yem hwehwe me de me ko bi adam the problem there ko me ko bi am the problem there ko you know but I think it's about omanya ye chichire and the health sector no so no say building here any kwan say hu say a cost o say hu say investment because health sector no see a building here about reflecting on our productivity. Kabati so apomudi
enya papa asem na aba. So anything apomudi we pay attention because
exactly
we don't know where.
Yes.
Now the Korea Motechima Holy Family Hospital. Okay, so Minister, just these two ones, the fire was saying here, okay. Most of these major hospitals are almost gensets and juma.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's very, very important. And surgical wards, nothing.
Yo, how Kesiepa or Sani Manaho. The idea back wa Kwabena okay some bar for no me kwaya sabia binimo me drew and my boy or more young so kai Sani Mano. Ubedru baby no na injections a cry ya won needles pania na ya wono e bi another form. Yes, me who be. Nti Sesiano, Yakopon Adaroma, Obi and him meet me about anywhere at any given time. Until we are improving upon it.
How do we take that on? Because if we join the minister, when you're children, money paying proper there.
Oh, yeah, it's not for public consumption.
Yeah.
We have our way of handling it. Now, saying, yeah, I can't hear for. So they should go out there. Obia and the license are expired, and as one license in the facility, we're closing it down. Even if it's a government facility, you should close them down. And I salute Dr. Ba, they are doing just that. And then, if you office mortuary, funerals and mortuaries for a registrar by my office, me say, Massa, you have to do the same thing. There are a lot of morgues in the country, almost OBR, FDA, all the agencies under the health sector. We are getting out of the office and we are hitting the road. Every agency under the health sector. OBR, if you have to go to the field, go to the field. And make sure a Juma Maradia Mouse say yeno. I was away. Everybody.
I see.
National
health insurance, because most of the time your friend we are going back to cash and carry. We are going back to cash.
Oh no. Kwabena Yakopon Adaroma national service, national health insurance. You buy prompt payment dear. Say obisi wadi claims aba. You buy any insurance kanipa neboa. And dear
health
insurance. Obia, they are saying one on free. Say your delay payment health insurance and you know correct. Now say you know or how kakra about electronic system now health facilities no or would verify national health insurance no and then no one some ho I know some fan friend at the appropriate time no ma be catch Ghana phone you know the kind of contract you sign
health insurance
no health insurance you will be a friend limbs a year about patient records electronic records near the ade and also at the appropriate time no you be di hunkomo oh I didn't be wa Kwabena I must tell you in plain language and maybe some of my directors who have advised me not to talk about this issue will disagree with me. Blackmailing. And I'll talk about it later. Yes, blackmailing. And mark this one and write it somewhere and ask me questions about it next time. Asano so neka time nuya na pro nkoka ebia na ye bibi oho. But we are solving the issues one now. Also, nay, unless if we day by my better ha, maybe a fan, maybe a dear Drew, maybe a yanko. Problems at the back and new Macachero. Macachero will say in 2026, you basically have 23,000 into by the end of 2028, you know, you be 180,000 health professionals in this country. What's Macachero? Into Drew ha, no, I can say maybe Macachero. So we have to take the steps now.
To remedy that
future situation. And I can tell you, sir, you bet to me after even higher numbers recruitment every year, yet we will leave behind more than 74,000 Americans because the year no and also. So we must think outside the box. And that is exactly what we are doing.
Wow.
Exactly what we are doing. Inti kasa ne beba. But yedi yenim de yeye. Ewa so yeho. Say yeah, kakran, and I believe Kwabena say they will need men no. Yami, o ma me ni kuku da.
I know.
But be better dey pa ko arusu no. I don't go dey class.
Because I dey e betimi akodi o si e beko. I know.
Kakran. Enye ni mani nya no about dabi. Sometimes you have to solve the problem before you even come and communicate.
Are you keeping an eye on our ambulance service no? Because no one be
see Kwabena nema ya beto no bebe na nye enye but we are not lamenting nti ye hwe di bit my own ambulance so eno so ni story if I should tell you, the number of ambulances are grounded. And then what Asempa is here, they blame yes. And what about Asempa is here? But we created a certain impression. So all was rosary, all was well. Kwabena. But
ambulance in the no state I don't know.
Yakopo Adaroma. Nkakra. And also, you begin to put my sibling home every year, you know. The Bible come awesome. Ghana for. So all we need to do, they say Ghana for, they have every right. Say on be demand accountability. A free or no the but I can assure them say yen na ye and Ghana for ye they from the BRA, to improve upon. There are a lot of things, medical tourism, retooling of our health facilities.
Yes, medical tourism. One area and
yes, retooling of our health facilities. And in Nimabi, I have found one after the other. Yeah, well, about 6 regions or many regional hospital cry. Can you 10 regions?
Yes,
now 10 regional hospitals. Now be 16. This means there are 6. You need regional hospital cry.
All right.
And it is the determination of His Excellency the President. Say, at least not 6 and will be in the regional hospital.
Okay, Minister, 2 more near wrap up.
Because I said last one.
Just 2. I believe they bring your cry. Difficult to get you of late because of always driving around to ensure the health system be able to come at their mind. If you've just joined, Kwabena Mintakando, Member of Parliament for Jaboso, our Minister of Health, and Menene Chuchen Komo Ewansi. You will wrap up soon. Mamudu Dona, a lot of questions about, but another time soon, idea. Obasa better send the dink mobile. Me ankasa me former member of parliament Yera Nemyan for Emmanuel J Anshre ma mencha baby obiano and because of that me for your life, but the dark side of life, you've lost your sister nti onyameya duma Saturday 18th of October ana yeko pene krabia kranti misadofo se Mofre Yera Emmanuel J Anshre, former member of parliament Atruman Wabieja South na monkota na chi ewo eye PIWC eye New Swami PIWC na fe yakoho na yakodi juma shonko mechese between the Celesta the Church of Pentecost Assemblies of God Redemption Park no hona san shewe yede bremo the late Madam Anshre Ameniampo dodra friend Antiefia nti yenkotai Yera eye Anshrechi memenda 18th of October 2025 kopim from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Honorable Anshre yako kesia pa na mede emao. Back to the studio, Minister. I want to be Barbara on comment on a year Galamsey. Nafa Peja Omuko. You know, that is the issue now. Galamsey.
Okay. Me go very bad experience when it comes to Galamsey.
Mikra Mekai Konongo Uko Fiebuma as deputy minister, right?
Yeah, me a deputy minister for lands and natural resources in charge of mines. Na my constituency one of the areas, mining areas Galamsey pa. Until me deputy minister no, me imagine say me to Galamsey ase. Me constituency. My community be a frail bonzai. Oba deputy minister am page ma me enye. Kakra ya di no so no. Sa na be high. Okay. Kwabena, the next election Motrabati me poto. In 2016, get Trabati me poto. Ndiro mukase adena ya me kanu plain do. It is what it is. What I say. Na kwabna ya hwe yi a ebedi ye dokon kwa e o man. Yaria Galamsey edebe mayen e o man mu no. Sika biya ebenya no Galamsey mu no entumi ensa yare. And let's oko secondary school usua biology kakra bi usua food chain na ubem say your chemicals bi o ho edi efri asase nim etimi fa nipa mu ana say abasase nim nti say body na ebedua awasase ne so a sa chemicals no ebe free asasinim na ewura body anim ewura body anim a na wo nipa ukodi body na na saa chemicals no let's say ewura wo nipa na ma yare so nti eyade a was in as a country yetususa na yepene puma sibre enye saa ebe how may
it will kill us
summary many eso adwuma mea menua ama kofiboa oye many so many so pa aban emodin mo a obo many so pa ne bitima yi a je nyina obi ayi na famudie
enipa bi ni mo nya adwen na say
adwen chere die
what means what that ma
adwen chere die
2 minutes de ho e 2 minutes ni me centro ni ho eni me sofo ho eni me dwade ni ho ewo eye Ghana mampanyin na pamfo ho say ye nyina ya adwen akọ benkro se beta mampanyin achi nti ne kwakwa se edia na mo na mampanyin bi tu a kasi because mampanyin kasi ye na ye da mampanyin kasi me enye wi a ye adenti na illegal mining ne de aye bibi atwetwere ye nyina ye bo a ye kwasi kono gina kwantia solutions nko na aban be ko edi ba man ho
Kwabena mene we ya adwen se ni nyina mu ne ba beto aban nan so na aban atwa na mo na mu aban na mo aye tu no e wo se nyina ye bo a efri se asase na ye de ma mo betu so galamsey no enya ne ye de ma baby ye galamsey no ebi aban onti hobi nya ne ne omote ho nipa sabe mpreduasa omoye galamsey ne kwa ye kochi wo no ebi wa nya ne ebe ye de omkra be sie we ye dan so nti aban ebe na famu die bia nemu se yenso ye boa be ma na aye mad ntem aban de aban mai aban be na famu die se mi guso aye ye no nemu the call is that we must all be interested and be part of the fight against galamsey na ewo isusanso apumudin so eso bebre nti nanu yenya outbreak bi na babia na edoso pa no the mining areas yes
because of yejuma yendi ni onekwa
so
I know it's a difficult thing.
So never be higher kwan ho e afidie so
okay
nti moma yenyina asofofo opinion leaders yenyina yemfa ye ho ngimu bi na yehu kwanya obi ade na adwen beba na yatumi asi aban de ye mre yebekoso options wo ho ye de we ba na economy ye be review na yesan I hit it back near the ade you will do our best but I believe that si nyina ye de ho gimu a beboa yen then saying who sansa na the excavators kwa beba omai mu no eden is part of Shisheno I dey fight galamsey no so it's a very difficult issue but
HPV
I believe that
vaccines no what's it about because there are a lot of issues around it.
Okay, HPV vaccines no vaccines bi a ekuntia cervical cancer na cervical cancer no cancer bi a ekum ni papa ekanka emba
quietly
nti hwehwemu ya ne se afibia no yenya about 3,000 new cases
3,000
out of the 3,000 hwehwemu kire se emu 2,000 yes
na send a very serious
issue nti you John Dramani Mahama declare war against sa HPV no nti chesha ayeni say yedikan e wose yedikan ebo emma nkola afei na mobile ebo mobile se na be ya omunya sa ya ni be in the first place nti yehu say you are mayama hodo bi mo ho a omo vaccinity omo nkola between the ages of 9 to 14 you much say to me bo mo ho ban about 90%. Your African countries bit say Botswana, South Africa and it can omo yebi. Inti yewa John Dramani Mahama I say you better vaccines are ye dey bo nkola ho ban and you targeted 2.5 million girls. Now vaccines be any boarding pa. In fact, so koto one kasa do sika koto is between 2,000 to 3,000 Ghana cedis. Inti Kwabena vaccines 2,000 to 3,000 Ghana cedis no. That's a buy so the bechow no a buy so targeted 2.4 million girls are. We young content on a buying car obo. And no bit me a bow a man who and colano and who buying. After the year when he say so I can say preventable and now a bit me to a cure. After see to me Nintemwa it means I know at the mount. Into screaming into ne a buying a training shame say ye day machine say bit me there sa screen ni bia ba see amino say ye be ye de bia sikolebu ukona ko screen a e free ye news car ebi okolebu enu e kira me kopa ho ntoma ye de bia sitemale ye de bia sisehwe so for now no e ho ne de no ya ane ye expanding kakran nti enu so see to me screen ni ntemo a doctor for be boa na se hu ni ntemo a ama yatumi asia no enye saa ayade a eno so di Asempa badachi.
All right, munina monti ase minister eba at the back of a year anese for no
na wa Kwabena di Asempa ba na de na akabako akamienu akabako
twam ge be say wa masa obafu interview me say
akabako na mu
minister na minister call no maja no call me be mo mo minister we
na akabako we say de akabako akamienu sasa
whether the person is in the system and or person or have a conversation around this one. I say, Oman, kindly let the honorable minister know that without holding managers, that's medical doctors, medical directors, administrators and accountants of state government hospitals to higher accountability.
I agree.
The facilities will continue to be what they are currently in. The Christian Health Association of Ghana only has 7.1% of health infrastructure and resources in Ghana, but accounts for between 29 and 32% of inpatient and outpatient care nationally. This is directly attributable to effective and accountable leadership at the Christian mission hospitals, which are better managed and run. The Ministry of Health must begin to think and run government health facilities along the charge management lines. And he says his name is Bempa.